Good morning, everyone. Well, it's a foggy morning here in Fargo, North Dakota, and it's definitely fall for sure, but it is a very, very pleasant time of the year in so many different ways. I've been talking about purpose, passion, and gratitude and understanding what your why is, but I'm going to add to that discussion today because there are certain things that you have to keep in mind if you are going to truly live your purpose and get to that point where uh, you are doing exactly what you really want to do in your life. Now, I am going to use a couple of examples of people who I know that exhibit these different traits, uh, and you'll know more about why I've chosen those folks later. Lao Tzu wrote a book thousands of years ago called The Art of War, and uh, Chuck Gremmels is the man that exposed me to that particular book when I took a summer class from him several years ago. And he had a quote in that book that really struck me as being extremely important in life. And it was that he who conquers others is strong, he who conquers himself is mighty. And that is so absolutely true. And it is something that we have to constantly keep in mention or keep our attention on. And I'm going to mention it again and again today because it is so important. Today, I want to talk about a quiet force that changes lives. It's not flashy. It's definitely not always fun, but it is the difference between dreams that die and dreams that live. Michael John Hafner is a good friend of mine, and when he lived here in Fargo, he and I both worked out at Orange Theory. We, although he, Michael was much younger than I was, we competed in our own way with each other, and we both succeeded in what we did. We were always at the facility before 5 o'clock, usually about 4:30 in the morning. We did it 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, and we were there with a whole lot of other people who were also there to accomplish their own personal goals for physical fitness. And it was truly an example of true self discipline and a force that was in each and every one of us. If purpose is your compass and passion is your engine, then self discipline is the steering wheel that keeps you moving in the right direction, especially when that road gets hard, and boy, it got hard sometimes. You know, um, Self discipline is not punishment. It's not about perfection. It's about alignment and directing yourself towards something that's great and uh, helps you improve in your life. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about my grandsons. I've got Lucas, and Lucas is a very good cellist. He is now attending Iowa State or the University of Iowa in Iowa City. He is in the music program there and some other programs. But the one thing I remember about his journey as he was growing up is once he started playing the cello, he practiced it every day for at least an hour, no matter where he was, and whether he was at my place in Minnesota or here in North Dakota, he would practice, practice, practice. And he is really quite talented. But that talent came out of the self-discipline to do what he had to do to get to that point. My other grandson, who's just a little bit younger than Lucas, he's a senior this year, plays football and wrestles. He went from being 139 pounds, probably less than a half year ago, up to this fall in football, he came in at 195 pounds, and he was rock solid. I don't think there's very much fat on that body, because when he was much younger, he started to lift weights, and he was so disciplined that was one of the things that he did all the time, and it stayed with him. And there is literally an agreement that happens inside of yourself when you're going towards a very big goal that you have a passion for, that you believe is part of your purpose in life. You bring your body, mind, and spirit into agreement, and they're not working against each other, but they are working with each other. Self-discipline is saying, my feelings don't run the show, my vision does. I can do hard things because I've committed to something bigger. Even when no one is watching, I choose to honor my goals. And whether it was Lucas practicing his cello in the room all by himself, or Jace going to the weight room and working out himself, they truly understood that even when no one is watching, I choose to honor my goals. Abraham Lincoln said, discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. The truth is, you will never accomplish great things until you master yourself. And that doesn't mean dominating yourself. It means directing yourself. It means training your body to show up, training your mind to focus, training your spirit to stay grounded in your calling. I've seen it in my life as a teacher, as a coach, and now with the becomers. Every time someone breaks through to their next level, it's because they stopped waiting for motivation and started walking in discipline. They took that one more step. And that one more step oftentimes led to a breakthrough. They made a decision that who they were becoming mattered more than what was easy. And it's not easy going to the weight room early in the morning or late at night. It's not easy taking out your cello and going to a room by yourself when you could be out playing video games or doing something else like that. It was a conscious choice that I've seen my grandsons make, and they truly make me very proud of them because I see such growth in who they are. In Hebrews, in the Bible, Hebrews 12:11, and I've quoted this before in some of my talks. No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace. That is so very, very true. Self-discipline is not the enemy of passion, it's the guardian of it. It protects your passion from burning out. It protects your purpose from getting hijacked by distractions. It protects your progress when life gets noisy or difficult. Every purposeful life has moments when the person says to themselves, I'm going to show up. I'm going to be there. That was true for myself and Michael and several others who were going to Orange Theory. And I certainly see that in my grandsons, Jace and Lucas. Every purposeful life has a moment when the person says, I'm going to show up whether I feel like it or not. I'm going to act according to who I want to become, not just who I am today. That's the moment you begin to master yourself. And when you master yourself, you don't just do great things, you become someone worth following, worth trusting, worth remembering. Jim Rohn has a quote that says, "Success is nothing more than the few simple disciplines practiced every day." And that's so very true. So let me ask you, where in your life is self-discipline calling your name? What area needs alignment between your body, mind, and spirit? You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be committed. Start small. Take that first step. Show up and keep going. Because a person who masters themselves becomes unstoppable. Thank you for watching. Live with purpose, fuel it with passion, ground it in gratitude, and now discipline yourself for greatness. And if you're interested in becoming part of the Becomers or taking any of the courses and that sort of thing, check out the link that's listed below. And there are some free offers there for you if you'd like to start your journey towards great things. And yes, it means doing some written reflections, but that's not a bad thing. You all have a great one today. Go out and help someone, raise them up, make their day that much better. And by doing that, you've made their life better. You've made your day better and your life better. And you've made this world a better place to live in. Have a great one, everyone.